just going to come out and say it. You can see what the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro look like if you go over to the Unbox Therapy channel. Now, I don't like to take video clips from people's videos, so I'm not going to include that here, but I want to talk about it. It's the hottest thing if you type in Pixel on Google right now. You might have already left the video to go search Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro. So, if you remember correctly, I talked about this a few months ago because there were these unreleased developer units that found their way on the Facebook Marketplace, on eBay. Craziness. Whether it was something that Google did on purpose to try and generate some hype, or whether there was just a wayward employee that said, screw it, I'm going to go take these and sell them and create some shenanigans, we'll probably never know. But anyway, yes, so they got leaked out, and I guess somehow Lou, the guy over at Unbox Therapy, found his way to get his hands on them. So he has the Pixel 7, the 7 Pro. These are earlier developmental models. These are like developer models. They're not 100% probably what you're going to see with the real thing. This isn't a whole lot of unlocking the secrets of the universe, because a lot of what these phones look like and what is in them has already been revealed to us. Whenever Google had their Google I/O convention a couple months ago, they said, ta-da, here's the Pixel 7. And the world went crazy because the Pixel 6 was only like 6-7 months old at that period in time. Very, very uncharacteristic of Google or any company to go ahead and say, hey, look, here's our new phone. And I believe this is part of their calculated plan to try and get people spun up for the Pixel 7. We all know the Pixel 6 had issues. We all know Android 12 was a train wreck. So they've already released Android 13 months ahead of schedule. And of course, we know we've got the Pixel 7 coming very soon. So I believe it launched, I want to say October 28th this last year, if I can remember correctly off the top of my head. All the leaks and the rumors are pointing to a much earlier launch date, the first kind of week of October, which is interesting because that's when the iPhone 14 is also rumored to launch. So that would be real brave of them to try and go head-to-head with iPhone, because I certainly don't think they're quite on the same level market-wise, but also I don't think there's a lot of people who would buy a Pixel 7 that are considering an iPhone 14, or vice versa, where they're an iPhone fan considering a Pixel 7. However, it is cool. I mean, it would certainly make for a certain interesting level of conversation whenever it comes out. The phones, they look all right. If you're a fan of the Pixel 6, the Pixel 6 Pro, the Pixel 6a, kind of the way they look with some people, I think Lou called it a visor on the back. I call it the RoboCop, or you can even call it the Geordi LaForge eye bar on the back for the camera. Geordi LaForge, of course, being from Star Trek Next Generation, with the little visor that he sees with. And then RoboCop, of course, is very iconic. So I've kind of stuck with the RoboCop visor from the get-go. They look a lot like this, except they changed up the camera bar on the back. It has more of a graphite, gunmetal reflective look to it, instead of this just black where everything kind of gets absorbed. And you can see the lenses, but they're not really standout-ish. Looks kind of like a pill capsule, if you will, with the Pixel 7, and then you get the little extra telescopic telephoto lens over there on the right when it comes to the Pixel 7 Pro. I think they look good. It's very obvious that they stuck with the same design language, and the phones themselves look a lot like the current generation that we have. There will be some small subtle changes, of course, like the camera bar, the way the cameras appear. Looks like the edges are a little more rounded. I think the Pixel 6s kind of have a boxy format to them, and I think they'll be a little more rounded and ergonomic based off of what I'm seeing with these, and also the images that we saw, of course, at Google I/O. Like I said, not a whole lot of unraveling the mysteries of the universe here. It's going to have the Tensor 2 chip. That's probably the most exciting thing in the entire package. Honestly, the two most exciting things in the package for me are the Tensor 2 chip and Android 13. And Android 13 we know that we have rolling out now. So I just made a video about that, talking about how Android 13 is a new lease on life for the Pixel 6s. Here's the thing. The conversation with these phones is not done. Of course, the Pixel 6a just came out a month ago. Less than a month ago. And then the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro, they came out October of last year. We're coming around to the 1-year mark. However, when it comes to these smartphones, you get 3 years of operating system updates, 5 years of security patches. We're not even 1 year into the lifespan of the Pixel 6 yet. We're already talking about the Pixel 7. We're already seeing the Pixel 7, and it's just going to ramp up and escalate more as we get closer to the launch date, which I kind of do hope happens earlier in October. And maybe that will help out with sales some too, because I've said for the longest time that they need to move the launch date of the Pixel 7 or the Pixel main flagship up to this summer. Because what happens? Well, right now we've got the foldables for Samsung, and used to be the Note, coming out here in August, and then the month after that, September, we've got the new iPhone. So if you're going to try and compete, well, you have a smaller market share, you have less people interested in getting one. You want to get that out earlier. Like the earlier the better, to try and get your footprint solidified before the new phones show up. That way people can go, okay, I know what I've got with Google. Let's see what we've got here with the iPhone or the Samsung. Maybe I'll go ahead and buy the Google phone and try it out and see if I like it before the other one gets here. And then, maybe they'll get hooked. Maybe they'll turn into a Pixel fanatic and they might have a converted customer. I don't know. But the thing is whenever you launch after the other phones, well, people have already spent a lot of money on the other phones, and they're probably not going to go, you know what, let me take back this iPhone 14 and let me go try that Pixel 7. I don't think you're going to hear that one a lot around the water cooler or at Starbucks when people are buying their coffee in the morning. So I think it's interesting. Go look at it. Lou did a great job of taking a look at it. He goes through and looks at some of the hardware profile, talking about the RAM, 8 gigs in the Pixel 7, 12 gigs in the Pixel 7 Pro, talks about the screens, the sizes, the weights, looks at the camera stuff on the outside. It's a good watch, and I don't want to take that away from him, and I don't like to take people's video stuff without permission. Like if you go around, and I was looking on Google, there's so many outlets, and just to be able to say, hey, we got an article out, the Pixel 7's here, and then they just posted a link for the entire video to hop on and look at it. So do go watch it. Lots of credit to Lou. Of course, he's got a lot more sway than I do. I don't know how he tracked these people down, how he was able to get these phones, how much money he had to pay for them. But I think it's cool. If you're a Pixel fan, it's something nice to look at. And it's not really something outside of the leak and the rumor sphere because, of course, Google dropped that one on the table months ago and said, ta-da! Here's what the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro look like. So go ahead and take a look at it. If it interests you, you can get some insight from it and kind of get a feeling and kind of an idea of what they'll look like. Very subtle changes from what you get with the Pixel 6 series phones, but looks very much like the same Pixel 6 DNA, which is kind of what we expected. They've been trying to create a more premium look and feel, a new image, change it away from kind of the plasticky, more minimalistic look with the previous Pixels. I like it. I think it looks more flagship-y. I think it looks more premium, and I think it stands out, but also looks very, very unique, and it's something that can stand apart, and you can say, all right, I know that that's a Pixel phone, and I like it. I really like the way that the Pixel 6 series phones looked. I think they did a great job. That was one of the things that won me over because I really was never a big fan of the way the previous Pixels looked. I like this, the glass design, the big unique camera bar on the back. I think that it looks good. So check that out if you're interested. And of course, we're right down the road. I mean, we don't have a long way to go. The first week of October it'll be here before you know it, folks. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to talk about any of this stuff, please go down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, if you're excited about the Pixel 7, if you like the Pixel content and you want more, then please hit that like and subscribe button. And I would say even the notification bell, so that way you can get notifications when new videos come out, which is every single day. So this may sound weird, but if you're not into that level of commitment yet and you don't want to see my face and notifications from my videos every day, maybe hold off on hitting it. You're not doing yourself a great service because you're going to get those notifications if Google decides to send them out. I promise you, because I make videos every day. So that's all I've got. Again, as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to come here and watch my videos. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. I hope that you learned something from it, and I'll see you guys next time.